Hello and welcome to Weiler Wednesday Webinar titled Aluminium Applications and Solutions. My name is Franja and I will be taking you through today's webinar with my colleagues. After a short New Year's break, we are starting a new chapter with Weiler's Wednesday Webinars. So to those that know us from before, welcome back. And to those who just joined us, we can't wait for you to see what we can offer. My name is Franja Juhart and I'm the Area Sales Manager at Weiler Abrasives EMEA, and I'm responsible for the East European and part of Asian markets, where I represent our brands, products and solutions for different industries. Joining me today are our product managers, Aleš and Doris. Hello Aleš, hello Doris.
Hi.
Hello, happy to be here again.
Thank you both. I'm sure our listeners will enjoy your technical part of the presentation and the answers you will give to their questions. Doris is a specialist for cutting and grinding wheels, and Aleš is specialist for flap disc and wire brushes. So I suggest you all seize this opportunity and pose any questions regarding today's topic, give comments, or get solutions directly from our qualified experts. Any time of the webinar, you may write down your questions in the questions and answers, which you will find in the bottom navigation bar of the Zoom application. We will do our best to answer all of them at the end. Right, Aleš, Doris?
Yeah, sure. We've saved the best for last, so don't go anywhere.
Great. But before we start the webinar, let me briefly introduce you to the program. The webinar will take about 30 minutes. It will be recorded and uploaded on our website and sent to your emails, so you can watch it even after the end of the presentation. To prevent any background noise, we silenced all webinars participants, but you can contact us through questions and answers. As we said, if you have any questions during the webinar, please write them in the questions and answers, which can be found in the navigation bar below. All questions will be processed by our administrators and later answered by the lecturers of this webinar. I encourage you to write any comments so that we can develop an interesting discussion that will help you. This is a great chance to talk to experts that will assess your problems and needs immediately. We will also perform a short giveaway during the webinar, where you will be able to win an attractive prize. So listen closely. Before we jump into the presentation, let's quickly check our agenda. For today's webinar, we will first present you some of general characteristics of aluminium. Then we will see what are the common challenges with aluminium. After that, Doris will take over with first half of the technical presentation. Technical presentation will be followed by a short break with giveaway. After giveaway, we will continue with our second half of the technical presentation. And after that, we will end the webinar with questions and discussions. So this is now all for intro. Let's go to the content of today's webinar, Aluminium Applications and Solutions. Weiler is producing a wide range of products for different materials and applications using high technology, own knowledge, and years of experience. But today, we will be focused just to this specific material, aluminium. You will all agree with me that aluminium is a great material. It is light, durable, and functional. And these are qualities that make aluminium one of the key engineering material of our time and has become a symbol of progress. We can find aluminium in the homes we live in the cars we drive, in the trains and aeroplanes, in the mobile phones and computers we use on a daily basis, shelves in our fridges, in the modern interior design, so in many different industries. But due to its structure, Aluminium is a special material and it requires special processing. But Weiler has solutions for all applications. Do you agree, Doris, with that?
Absolutely, that is correct again.
So let's listen, Doris, what she will present. Doris, please take over.
Thanks, Frania. So before I start, I would just like to mention a few words about safety, because this is one of the most important topics in abrasive industry. So all of our products are produced according to OSA and EN standards, and we are also FEPA members, so that we are really sure that we produce safe products. But besides having the safe products, you also need to protect yourself. So wear some safety clothes, safety boots, protect your eyes and ears, and wear some gloves, and also wear mask if needed, and also try to keep your workplace clean. Specifically, for instance, working with aluminum, lots of people use some waxes to make the work easier, and this on the long run can cause the floor to become really slippery. So you also need to be aware of some other risks, like cross-contaminations. So don't use cutting or grinding wheels, for instance, first on aluminum and then on something rusty, because altogether this will form thermite, which is really flammable. So dangerous. For instance, aluminum oxide is used in fireworks, so I think that says enough. Why is aluminum so different? It is softer and it has a lower melting point, and that's why it starts to clog. So stick on the product and the product stop working. So that's why we developed special recipes with special additives to prevent this from happening. So there is no more need to use waxes and also other chemicals to clean all that up at the end. So when we were developing these recipes, we tested them on 2 different aluminums, most used worldwide, to really make sure that we have the product that works. And we also tested it along with our competitors, so to make sure that we have a premium product, so that we can really offer the best solution to our customers. Because, for instance, you can try to cut aluminum with cutting wheels for, say, stainless steel, and you maybe won't see the difference right away, but on the long run, the aluminum will start to stick on the cutting wheel and it will stop working. And for instance, the other way around, if you try to cut the regular steel with cutting wheel meant for aluminum, the consumption of the wheel will be too high. And this is really not efficient. So now that we got that covered, just one quick tip to how to easily spot the Metalinx products that are meant for cutting or grinding aluminum. The Linxis head here is marked gray, and for instance, on the products that are meant for cutting or grinding regular steel are colored purple, and so on. So we produce cutting wheels in two shapes, depressed and flat, and in diameter 115 to 230, and thicknesses from 1 to 3 millimeters. We also have some special packing tins, as you see here on the picture, and this goes only for diameters up to 125 and thickness up to 1.6 millimeter. So moving on to grinding wheels. We produce them in depressed shape, diameters from 115 to 230 also, and they are all 7 millimeters thick. And regarding recipes, they are all contaminant free. That means free of iron, sulfur, and chlorine. And they all contain some silicon carbide grain and also aluminum oxide grain. And this the same goes to also to cutting wheels. And speaking of cutting wheels and grinding wheels for aluminum, they're both possible to get in X-Lock version. So here I would like to mention that last year we won a Golden National Innovation Award for X-Lock products. And with that said, that will be all for now from my side. So I would like to pass the word back to Franja.
Thank you, Doris, for the word. So we are in the middle of our webinar, and I hope you all got a good look in the solution in methods for processing aluminium. If you want more deeper and more detailed answers, please write them in the questions and answers below. We will gladly answer all the questions. Before we continue with technical presentation, it is time for promised giveaway. The prize for the current webinar is a bundle of cooking pan, free hot sauces, and a cooking apron. The winner will be announced at the end of our webinar and will be randomly drawn among attendees that correctly answered the following question. And the question is, are Weiler Abrasives aluminum cutting wheels contaminant free? Just answer with yes or no. We will give you some short time, for answering. I see that some answers already came. Doris, do you see some correct answers already?
Yes, I see lots of correct answers. I'm really happy that we have so many people.
Super, great. So probably now they all answered already, and we can finish this game and go back to the presentation. All the answers will be analyzed by our administrators, who will by the end of this webinar draw the random person who correctly answered the question. Now, when we finish the giveaway, I suggest we continue with the presentation. So I'm giving word to Aleš. Aleš, are you ready?
Thank you, Franja. Hello once again from my side. Aluminum that it's exposed to the atmosphere contains an oxide layer. To remove this layer and to clean surface, we use flap disc or stainless steel brush. Later on, I will provide you more information about brushes and non-woven material. Anyhow, as my colleague Franja and Doris already mentioned, we can use flap disc for grinding and finishing aluminum surface. Some other very common application for flap disc are edge blending, preparation surface for painting, or deburning machined or cut aluminum parts. Flap discs are made of two different flaps. One from the top-coated aluminum cloth and the second one from zirconium cloth. They are both the same size. We use grid size 40 and 60. And nevertheless, all our Metalinx Max aluminum flap disc products are contaminant-free. Currently, from our regular production, you can order dimension 115 and 125 millimeters. Flap disc can be used for cast or and welded parts of all aluminum alloys and fits to all type of angle grinders. Non-woven materials are designed for use when or where the stock removal is not required. So when you use lighter manual machines for cleaning and finishing, we recommend surface conditioning disc or flab wheels. So if your job is to clean or polish the surface, if you want to minimize the heat or loading, or you have to clean the pipe threads, and if you want to get a smooth and clean surface, then you should ask for Weiler non-woven products. And just not to forget that all non-woven products can be used for wet or dry on a range of materials, not just for aluminum application. Next products from our assortment are wire brushes. As mentioned on previous slides, we use wire brushes mainly to remove oxide layer. Since wire brushes aren't usually labeled as designed for aluminum, so look after a wire brush that it's stainless steel. Another tip that I can give it to you, it's when using a wire brush to clean aluminum, do not apply too much pressure, since you may ruin the shape of the workpiece. And this last slide I prepared to present once again a Weiler commitment to help solving our customers' biggest challenges. And in these two particular cases, you can see application for deburning aluminum parts for automotive industry. At first application, 250 millimeter disc brush was meant for automatic robotic cell machine. Second application, picture top down on the right side, we used 7 millimeter hand brush for deburning the holes. So this will be from my side. Franja, come back to you.
Thank you, Aleš. With that, we have finished the technical part. I would like to remind you all that you can also get free samples for the mentioned products. In the link below, which will be published by the administrator right now, you can now enter your email address to which we will contact you regarding the distribution. The samples contain a package of desired products, which could be used to test and to prove our products right on the application and on material processing. So please enter your email address and we will be happy to send you a package of samples. Now it remains for us to announce the winner of giveaway and to answer your questions. I see there are quite a lot of questions, so we will get to them right after announcing the winner. Administrators already informed the name of the winner, and the winner is Mr. Catalin Apostol. Probably you don't see very well, but here is his name. Congratulations, Catalin. Our administrators will contact you regarding how to pick up the prize. Now we can focus on answering your questions. We received quite a lot of questions, which we will try to answer now. Of course, while we are discussing, you can still post your questions in questions and answers. So let's go to the questions. First question is, what is the difference and when to use flap disc and when brushes? Aleš, please.
Yeah, I will take this one. For the final stage of cleaning and polishing, I will recommend brushes or non-woven products. But on the other hand, if you need to remove base material, then for sure use flap disc. Even for bit faster removal of base material or higher loads, you can also use a grinding disc.
Okay, thank you, Aleš. So we go to next question. You mentioned different sizes of cutting wheels. How do I know what size do I need? Doris, this is for you.
So the size really depends on the size of a grinder, but don't forget to check RPMs. But the thickness, for instance, the thicker product will have usually longer life, but the thinner will go more smoothly through the material, and it will cut faster and it will produce less burr. So there won't be so much need for after work, and the waste of the material itself will be lower. So it really depends what the user needs or what is more important to them.
Thank you, Doris. And next question is, Flab disc 180 millimeter isn't a standard size. Can I get one from you? Aleš, please take over this one.
Yeah. 150 and 180 millimeters, yeah, they are not in regular production program, but nevertheless, from manufacturing point of view, there's no limitation. Why not to produce it? So the only restriction is minimum order quantity. So I will suggest just to contact your area sales manager or distributor and ask for the minimum order quantity. You know?
Okay, thank you. Next question. How do you guarantee the safety of your products?
Doris, you will take this one.
Yeah. So maybe here I would like to ask our admin if he can find the link to our safety webinar. Meanwhile, I try to answer. So we test every batch of our products on safety and also quality before it leaves our warehouse. So that means that for safety, we perform burst speed tests and side load tests. And for quality, for instance, in cutting wheels, we measure the consumption in millimeters after a certain amount of cuts, which depends on the diameter of the wheel. And for instance, for grinding wheel, we measure the ratio between removed material and loss of the wheel. But for instance, the side, run out and unbalance are already controlled in the process itself. And for instance, for the new products we developed, we also perform design tests. And in the safety webinar, I already mentioned, this is already explained, and you can there learn also about cutting and grinding techniques that can really improve your safety and also efficiency.
Thank you, Doris. Let's go to next question. What is the price of your mentioned products? This one I will take over. Weiler Abrasives is customer oriented, so we help you get the best products and price according to your technical and quantity requests. The price we offer for our high quality products are competitive when compared with the other competitors which offer similar quality products. Weiler strives to offer the best there is on the abrasive market, price and products wise, while collaborating with you. Okay, let's go to next question. Where do you sell your products and where are you exporting them? This one I will take all two. Weiler is a global company and we are doing the business through distributors and also directly with end users. We serve many industries from general fabrication, welding, transportation, shipbuilding, pipeline, foundries, and others. And you can find our products in more than 85 countries all over the world. Next question. How and where do you test your products? Doris, can you take over this one?
Yeah, sure. So we test our products always first internally on different methods. So that means different materials, different machines, automatically. So the human factor is eliminated, and also manually. And later we always perform the field tests also at our customers, because we really appreciate always the feedback from the field, so we can make sure that we really can provide the best solutions for our customers.
Thank you, Doris. We still have some questions. So the next one is, do you offer any marketing support in product distribution? I will take over this one too. We support our partners and distributors with any necessary promotional material, such as catalogs, flyers, promotions, shelf-ready products. We frequently work on articles that are later published in press or online, and also together with our distributors attend fairs where we demonstrate the work done with our products. But to find more, you can visit our webpage or any social media channel where you will find documents and photos. You can find more on our LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram page, and keep yourself informed on any news and releases of Weiler Abrasives. I was just told that we don't have so much time, so we will go to the last question. But all the other questions which we couldn't reply now, you will receive answers to your email later on. So the last question is, do you provide technical support during purchasing? Doris, can you?
Yes, of course. The answer is yes. You can always write us an email, and our team will always try to answer shortly. Maybe to mention that we recently formed the application engineering team, so they can also help you with the field tests and any kind of advice with the application itself. So they can really make sure that we provide you the best solution.
Okay, thank you, Doris. So we came to the end of our webinar. The access to today's webinar you can soon find on our webpage. Also, you will receive the access on your emails with which you register on today's webinar. But before we close the webinar, I would like to give a short insight into our next webinar. The next webinar is coming on March 24th, and it will be titled Metalinx Product Update. We will talk about upgrading our products in brand name Metalinx. You can apply on the link that will be posted on the questions and answers, and you are all kindly invited to our next webinar. This is all for today. I would like to thank you for your attention. I wish you a great day and goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.